What's going on, guys? Diggs Report here, back to you with another video, and today I'm going to show you my mock draft. Sam and I worked hard on this mock draft, and now I get to show you guys what we cooped up. Alright, with the first overall pick, Sam and I, we already told you guys, it's going to be Aidan Hutchinson for us. I know the whole thing with Travon Walker, we've heard that, but I'm just not buying it. I feel like with the first overall pick, you need talent and production to match that talent. To me, Hutchinson has the talent and the production to match it. I think he's the best player in this draft, and when you're picking first overall, just go with the best player. This is not hard for me. Aidan Hutchinson, first overall to the Jaguars. Detroit at second overall is going to take Kayvon Thibodeaux from Oregon. I like Thibodeaux, I really do. I think he's an athletic freak, and I think he's going to fit in nicely with that Detroit team. Detroit, they need talent. And with Thibodeaux, I know some people have been rubbed the wrong way with some of the things that he says. You know what? When you play injured in college and you're one of the top prospects, then I think that says a whole lot. I think he's going to be just fine in the NFL, and I think he's going to thrive for the Lions and give him an athletic freak at the edge position. First tackle goes off the board with Houston, Evan Neal from Alabama. We have no idea how much longer Laremy Tunsil is going to stay with Houston, and even so, they need help at that right tackle position. So Evan Neal, put him in at right tackle day one, and if Laremy Tunsil leaves in a year or two, just move him over to the left side. Really, with Evan Neal, this is somebody that is just an absolute freak of a tackle, and I feel like he's got all-pro written all over him. Travon Walker goes to the Jets at number 4. I know what I just said about the whole thing with production and talent, but Travon Walker is a talent in this league. I mean, we saw what he did at the Combine, and Robert Saleh is really good at getting the best out of his defensive players. So I don't think this is going to be a problem with it. I think he will thrive as a New York Jet, and the Jets are going to have somebody that the division's quarterbacks are going to fear. Ike Ekwonu from NC State goes to the Giants at number 5. The Giants, they need help on that offensive line. Andrew Thomas, the jury is still out whether he can be a consistent left tackle, and this is another one where they got to get some help at the right tackle position. So, Ike, get him. He is definitely worth the 5th overall pick. I think this is going to be a day 1 starter for the Giants, and really, with him and Evan Neal, I think their ceilings are about the same. So, again, I think he's got all-pro written all over him. Okay, I got another tackle coming off the board with the Panthers, and I've heard the quarterback talk with the Panthers, but the problem is I don't think they have the offensive line to really handle a rookie quarterback, and they don't pick again till the 4th round, so they may decide to trade back instead of keeping that 6th overall pick. But if they do keep it, I'm going to go Charles Cross from Mississippi State. They need help on that offensive line, and Charles Cross would fit in. I think he would start day 1 for them. Probably right tackle more than left tackle, but you know what? You never know. Giants pick again 7th overall, and they take Sauce Gardner from Cincinnati. Giants need help on that secondary, and Gardner's the best corner in this draft. I mean, he could be picked in the top 5. So getting him at number 7, that's great value for the Giants. They get a guy that can come in, start day 1, and shut down a side of the field. With all the problems Atlanta's having right now with the receiving core, the fact is they got rid of Julio Jones the year before, and now Calvin Ridley's been suspended for a year. Jamison Williams is the best receiver in this draft. I know about the torn ACL, but everything shows that he's going to be good to go when the season starts. And again, I think he's the best receiver in this draft, and I think he's a good fit for Atlanta. Atlanta needs wide receiver help. I'm going with Williams at number 8. Kyle Hamilton comes off the board, number 9 to the Seahawks. Yeah, they have Jamal Adams, but I think with Hamilton, that's just going to make their defense better. And really, he's the best player on the board right now. And when you're a team like the Seahawks that need to do a major rebuild, just take the best player available and figure out what you're going to do afterwards. That's what I would do. But then again, Seattle, you never know what they're going to do. Jets come back with a wide receiver at number 10, Garrett Wilson from Ohio State. This is a guy that I really like. Him and Olave. I'm saying Wilson comes off the board first. Jets need wide receiver help. They need a number 1 target, and I think Wilson has the potential to be a number 1 right away. Washington takes the first quarterback off the board, and it's going to be Malik Willis from Liberty. I know they just traded for Carson Wentz, but don't forget, Carson Wentz has been struggling with injuries and inconsistency since 2017. I don't know if Washington wants to put their future in the hands of Carson Wentz. They probably don't, even despite what they gave up for him. But Willis, he has the potential to be a franchise quarterback, and I think Washington does that. I mean, we've seen it before, and it would not surprise me if this happens. Minnesota gets Derek Stingley from LSU. Stingley is a top 5 talent, but he's had some problems with injuries the past few seasons. That's why he's fallen to number 12, right into Minnesota's hands, and they are going to love that. George Karlaftis from Purdue goes to Houston. Houston needs edge rusher help, and I think this is the best edge rusher on the board right now. So yeah, George from Purdue goes to Houston. Baltimore comes number 14 with Jermaine Johnson, another edge player, this time from Florida State. You can talk all you want about the cornerback situation, but that edge rusher situation needs to be taken care of. Titus Bowser, injured. Don't know if he's going to be ready to go at the start of the season. Odafe Oweh is basically by himself, and he's going into his second year. And he's coming off surgery as well. Get Jermaine Johnson and get some help on that edge, and then come back and get a corner later. Devin Lloyd, linebacker from Utah, goes to Philadelphia at number 15. If Philadelphia has ignored that linebacker position for too long now, they've got to get that taken care of right here, and I say they do that with Lloyd. New Orleans, they have 2 first-round picks, and people are saying, well, maybe they did that to trade it for a quarterback. I don't think so. I think New Orleans, they feel like they could win now, and they just need a few extra players. So with that first-round pick, I'm going to give them Chris Olave from Ohio State. They need help at the receiver position. Don't know what Michael Thomas is going to do. And really, there's nobody else that they could really trust. So get Chris Olave. I think that's a match made in heaven with him and New Orleans. Jordan Davis from Georgia is a top 15 talent, but concerns about his weight are probably is what's going to drop him, number 17, to the Chargers. And I think the Chargers would pounce on that. They've done a great job rebuilding that defense. Now they complete that with Davis, a literal monster in the middle. Philadelphia, with their second first-round pick, takes Trent McDuffie, cornerback from Washington. This is exactly what Philadelphia needs. They need help in that secondary, and McDuffie, I feel like, is going to help them right away. New Orleans, with their second first-round pick, takes Trevor Penning from Northern Iowa. After losing Teron Armstead to free agency, they need help at the tackle position. Penning's the best tackle on the board right now, so that's the pick here. Pittsburgh is the second team to take a quarterback in this draft with Kenny Pickett from Pittsburgh. I think this is a match made in heaven. So does Sam. And this is really where he can start right away, but he doesn't have to because they did sign Mitchell Trubisky. But he's going to start at some point this year because there's no way Trubisky's going to hold down that job for the entire season. Nakobe Dean from Georgia is being taken by New England. New England, they need help at that linebacker position. And I think with Dean, it's the best linebacker on the board. I think they would find a way to get the most out of him. Green Bay's got to take a wide receiver. After trading Devontae Adams, there's no one on that team that's going to put fear into the minds of the corners, and I'm going to give him Drake London from USC. I think he and Rodgers are going to make a nice combination. Arizona also takes a wide receiver. They got to replace Christian Kirk, and they take Treylon Burks from Arkansas. Yeah, he didn't have the best combine, but you know what? We saw Jarvis Landry and Cooper Kupp not have the best 40 times, and guess what? They grow into great receivers in the NFL. I think Burks has the same ability, and I think it's definitely worth a first-round pick right here for the Cardinals. Dallas needs safety, so I'm going to give him Dax Hill from Michigan. He's the second-best safety in this draft, and really, they got to figure out what to do with that safety position. Buffalo gets Andrew Booth, a cornerback from Clemson. They go on the secondary route too. Tre'Davious White needs somebody across from him. Tennessee needs help on the interior of the offensive line, so Keon Green from Texas A&M is the choice here. Best interior offensive lineman in this draft. I think they would run up to the podium with this pick. Bucks are also going to go offensive line at number 27. Zion Johnson from Boston College is the pick here. Guard, they need help on the interior as well. Help protect Brady, open up holes in the running game. Devontae Wyatt from Georgia goes to Green Bay at number 28. Wyatt could easily go top 25, and this would be a good value pick for the Packers to take Wyatt here at number 28. KC has back-to-back first-round picks after the trade with Miami for Tyreek Hill, and they take Jahan Dotson from Penn State. This is somebody that was just a playmaker all throughout his time with the Nittany Lions. He fits right in KC's system. And with that second first-round pick, they take Travis Jones, defensive lineman from UConn. Chris Jones is not going to be there forever. It's good to get some young players on that defensive line. I think Jones is definitely worth the 30th overall pick. Cincinnati at 31 goes Kyler Gordon, a cornerback from Washington. They need help at that cornerback position because Eli Apple was just not good during that Super Bowl game. They need somebody that they can rely on. And Detroit, number 32, Sam and I gave him Desmond Ridder from Cincinnati. They take Ridder to get that fifth-year option for him, but also because he knows how to get the most out of what he has to work with. So I think Ridder would be a good fit for the Lions if they were to go the quarterback route. Alright guys, that was my mock draft. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time.